Can you imagine Adam walking through the Garden of Eden, twiddling his thumbs and kicking around sticks? Obviously, he needed a partner. God created the perfect companion for him, woman, Eve. Adam and Eve were bound in marriage with an oath to God, just as you are about to be bound with an oath to God. It is important that we understand that marriage is not simply a financial decision or a piece of paper. Marriage is God's will for mankind. Rick and Lori, understand that your love for each other is endless and will bind you as one flesh for a lifetime. The love that you have for each other is unmatched to any love for any other human. But what is most wonderful is the love that Christ has for the two of you. Christ has brought you here today, and he is going to grant his blessing on your marriage, and he will be with you for an eternity. In a reading from Ephesians, Paul writes that wives must submit to their husbands. And this sounds pretty good for us guys. But as we read further in the passage, we understand that though woman was created for us to be our companion, lover, and best friend, in return, God wants us to put our wives on the highest pedestal. We are to treat her as though she were a temple, beautiful, pure, and full of love. A husband must respect and love his wife and lead her like Christ leads us. I recently read a story that I found entertaining. It's a really simplistic message, and I wanted to share it with you today. It's about a rich family and a father who brings his son to visit a poor family so he can see how poor people live. The story goes, a father and his rich family took a son to the country with a firm purpose of showing him how poor people can be. They spent a day and a night on the farm with a very poor family. When they got back from the trip, the father asked his son, "How was your trip?" "Very good, Dad." "Did you see how poor people can be?" asked the father. Yes, I did." "And what did you learn?" The son answered, "I saw that we have a dog at home, and they have four dogs. We have a pool that reaches the middle of the garden. They have a creek that goes on forever. We have imported lamps in the garden. They have the stars that light up the night. Our patio reaches out the front yard. Out their front door is an entire horizon." When the little boy was finished, his father was speechless. His son added, "Thanks, Dad, for showing me how poor we are." Isn't it true that it depends on the way you look at things? If you have love, family, friends, good health, humor, and a positive attitude towards life, you've got everything. You can buy these things, any of these things. You may have all the material possessions you can imagine, and provisions for the future, etc. But if you are poor of spirit, you have nothing. Just ponder that for a minute. Again, we are told in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17, "Command those who are rich in things of life not to be proud, but to place their hope not in such uncertain things as riches, but in God, who generously gives us everything for our enjoyment." In the reading from 1 John, we learn that to love with our words is one thing. I can say that I love my wife, and I can embrace her and hold her tight. But when I show that love, I can embrace her and hold her tight. And if I honor her and respect her, I'm showing that love. I believe that we all show love. When we all show love, it is contagious. It has been statistically proven that married families with children that see the love the parents have for each other are comforted by that security. This is no accident. This is the exact side effect of what God intended love to do. Rick and Lori, your love is contagious, and you embody the Spirit of Christ. As you become one today, allow that Spirit to lead you in your lives and love endlessly your Creator and each other. For God is greater than our hearts, and He knows everything. So Rick and Lori, my piece of advice for you before your vows, is that you are understanding with one another through open communication. Support each other with love of words and actions. Honor and respect each other always. Be mindful of each other's feelings at all times. Thank you.